right, good evening, everyone. This is Nicole Robinson. I'm coming to you again with another episode of Meet the Mustangs. And today I have the pleasure of talking to Kieve Meluzzi, number 53 of the Connecticut Mustangs. So, how are you doing today, Kieve?
I'm doing good, Nicole. How you doing?
I'm pretty good. I'm definitely thankful that you are able to sit here with me right now, especially being that you just got out of work. So, thank you for that.
Um,
Let me ask you before I get into anything about football. Let me ask you, how are you handling yourself during this crazy pandemic that we're dealing with? Like, how has it affected you and your family? Because everyone is being affected like in different ways. So, how is it affecting you, and how are you guys handling that?
it's affecting us in all kinds of ways. Me personally, it doesn't really affect me as far as work because I do work for Haven Health, and I
Okay.
kind of thing front line as far as helping out at the new tents, testing sites that they have set up. But as far as how it is affecting me and my family, it's kind of affecting us in a way as in I'm usually used to taking my son out. I have a 2-year-old son. Um, I always want him to get some outside time and
Yeah.
give him time to around and stuff like that. So he hasn't really been able to be outside and stuff like that. So he's kind of just been running around the house and being crazy. Um, he used to being out. We like to go do fun things and do all different types of things. So unfortunately, we haven't been able to do that due to with all this crazy stuff going on. But I think we've been handling it well and kind of been getting used to it.
Yeah.
Um, so it it affects us, but we're kind of handling it okay, I guess. As time goes on, I guess we're getting more used to it. But it
Yeah.
is suck to not to be able to take my son out to go play and stuff like that. Um, you know,
Exactly. Hopefully, this doesn't, it is our norm now, but hopefully within this next like 6 months or so, we can be back to our regular norm.
yeah, definitely look forward to it.
Exactly. So let me ask you, just can you start with telling me where you're from, born and raised, and some of the things you like to do as a child?
Yeah, so I was born in Norwalk, Connecticut. Me and my family, we commuted down there for about 2 years after I was born. And then we just settled down in New Haven. So I'm gonna be 24 on Halloween. So I've been pretty much in New Haven for the full 22 years of my life. My mom, same thing. She was born here in Connecticut. Um, and my mother is also Italian and Puerto Rican. My dad is African American. But we've pretty much just been in Connecticut all our lives. I mean, this is where we were all born and raised. I'm not really a big fan of Norwalk because I don't know too much about Norwalk. I wasn't out there too, for too long. So New Haven is kind of like, this is my home. I know this place like the back of my hand. Um, so New Haven definitely is the place I like to be, for sure.
Cool, cool. That's funny because I'm actually from Norwalk, born and raised.
Oh,
Yes. So I mean, I've been out for a while. I think I moved out of Norwalk in 2003, but it's funny because born and raised in Norwalk, and you're not missing anything. So
okay.
I mean, it's a nice place to be, but sometimes you just have to, do other things. And like you said, you were only there for the first 2 years, really. So, New Haven is how they say, what, the streets that raised me. So
Yep. Yeah.
there you go. So let me ask you, did you play any sports as a child? Like even middle school, high school, college, anything like that?
Yeah, I was very active on as a kid, as far as sports. In middle school, I played, and it's funny because a lot of people, they look at me, say this. I used to play quarterback, in middle school for a flag football league that we used to have.
Wow.
And I also played, regular football in middle school. I played my true position, which is linebacker. And I also played a little baseball. I played third baseman, in middle school. And I didn't really carry over with baseball in high school. I stuck to more kind of football. I played football for Wilbur Cross for 3 years, my freshman through junior year. Unfortunately, I started working and stuff like that, so I didn't really follow through with my senior year in football. But I've always still had that love and passion for the sport. And I did play a little bit of basketball in middle school, but basketball really wasn't my thing. So I stuck to what I did.
Yeah, I hear that. So it seems like you've been playing football for a while. When would you say you actually fell in love? Like you knew this was the sport that you really wanted to play and that you could see yourself doing for a really long time.
I'll have to say that of my middle school football career. I remember we were playing. I believe it was Roberto Clemente. Um, and I remember just being lined up, as linebacker, and I remember just getting that first hit, um, on running back, and all that adrenaline and all those emotions just all mixed in one. And at that moment, I knew I'm like, oh man, this is something that I want to keep doing for as long as I can. Um,
Wow, that's crazy because some kids, they'll say, in middle school, I got hit and I didn't want to do it anymore. And my mom or my coach or my dad had to, make me get back out there and stuff like that. And it's funny that it's like the reverse effect on you. It's like that one hit kind of like made you like, okay, this is what I want to do. Like, that's like funny because I think if I was playing football and someone hit me, I probably wouldn't want to play either.
yeah, yeah. It's funny too because actually, he kind of ran through me. So I didn't like pop him and hit him real hard. He kind of ran through me, but just that contact and just that feeling, of obviously I got ran over, so it wasn't a good feeling. But just just knowing that this is something we can do to each other, and kind of was a way for me to get my emotions out. If I was dealing with any anger or I had any problems at the time, football was kind of my escape, kind of let go of all those emotions, and kind of get them all out on the table rather than, doing something stupid out, in the streets. So that's something I always took big on, was to always just let it all out on the football field.
Yeah, I definitely hear that. That's definitely a great way, to let some of the aggression or the anger or something that you're feeling, whatever, like even if you're having a bad day, go out there on that football field and just like, run off and release that energy. So definitely understand that. So how long have you been playing semi-pro football?
So this actually first year of football.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm coming
Oh,
in things as a rookie. Um, So it's very exciting. Very eager to see all the work that I put in on the off season, and I'm very eager to see where I am, and if I can be an impact. I've been working hard, for the past couple of months, and due to our season pushback, kind of gave us a little more time to work. So I'm just trying to work hard and kind of make a name for myself in this league coming in as a rookie.
yeah. So what made you come back to football?
Honestly, it actually was my boy Coney.
Okay.
Um, we all used to play a lot of pickup football games throughout the summer and the fall. We would all play, and I remember Coney always used to tell me, bro, if you want to play real football, come over to the Mustangs. And he actually told me quite a few times. Before I used to be a little hesitant about it. Just because I didn't know where I was at and I didn't know if I still had it. But something this year told me, just give it a shot. I mean, it's nothing that I've never done before. I think once I get out on that field and I actually start to you know, play these games and get this playing time, I think I'll be back to my true self. But Coney was definitely an inspiration for me to get in here. He was always so I said, you know what, bro, this year I'll take it up on you. I'll take up the offer and I'll come play.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I believe I did his interview too. So, when he sees yours, he'll be like, "Oh, my boy gave me a shout out."
Yeah,
What
definitely.
position are you gonna play for the team?
So I'm looking to play my true position, linebacker.
Okay.
I've actually had some thoughts about playing defensive end. Um, but I'm really looking forward to playing the inside linebacker position. But I'm willing to play wherever coach needs me, wherever they need me, wherever they feel like, I'll be dominant at, I'm willing to give it my all and do whatever the team needs for me to succeed, for us to be great. Um, but linebacker is definitely what I'm looking forward to playing this year.
Well, that's good that you're open to other things because when I guess, I'm not much of a sports player, but I do feel like when you stick yourself in like a bubble and you only want to play a certain position and you're not willing to move around, it kind of like limits what you can do or where you can go on the team or in life really. So I know it's your first year playing with the Mustangs, but how many years do you feel like you have left in you to give to the semi-pro league?
Um, Honestly, I'll be turning 24 this year. Depending on how healthy I can stay, I'm willing to be around this league for a while. As far as my health stuff like that, I'm fully ready to go, and I don't see any stopping me or anything that will stop me right now from keep going. So I'm looking to be around for as long as I can. Who knows, maybe 10 years, um, whatever. As long as I can play, for as long as I could, get up and get on that field, I'm willing to give in, semi-pro football. So.
Definitely. Besides for the love of football, because clearly, like, you have like this really, strong passion in your heart for football. What do you want to get out of playing with the Mustangs in this semi pro league?
I think what I get out of this is, you never know who's watching. That's how I see it, and I look at it as you never know what one thing can open other doors for. So I'm just looking. That's a good question because there's so many things, but I'm looking forward to the brotherhood of the team. From what I've heard that this team is real tight. Once they get real locked in and start moving on all cylinders. The love and the passion that all of these guys have. Because no matter where you go, there's gonna be people who have love and passion for the sport. But I feel like this team here, really takes this serious and really just wants to give their all to bring that chip back to Hamden. I'm really looking forward to the brotherhood and just the chemistry and just being able to play with these guys. This year we're looking real stacked on both sides of the football. So I'm looking real forward to seeing just what we can do as a team and as a brotherhood. And like I said before, I'm getting that chip back in, back to Hamden.
Exactly. That's like I've been interviewing a few. I've done quite a few guys, and it's just nice to hear that most of you guys say pretty much the same thing when I ask that question. And it is to get the brotherhood and to get the family. The organization has been highly spoken of, so that's that's a good thing because it speaks to not only the the management of the team, the owners, the coaches, and stuff like that. But it also speaks to the players because you guys are the ones on the field together with the coaches in the trenches. And if you guys can basically go through the ups and downs and then still come off of that field and remain brothers, it speaks very highly of your character as as well with them. And being at your first year, I really think that you guys are like gonna just mesh well because everyone pretty much loves that brotherhood of the Mustangs, and that's a really good thing. And you also mentioned about you never know who's going to see these videos. That's another reason Deshaun decided to do these interviews because football is only going to go but so far because everyone we all getting older, and like you said, who knows who's going to be watching, and someone that's watching can be the person who can give you your next opportunity because they may be watching now and become a fan of you on the field and then want to be able to, help you off the field. So I definitely wish you luck with, anything and with anyone watching this. So let me ask you, you you said you have a son, so I know that that's takes up some of your time with football. What other hobbies do you do besides going to work, coming home to your family? Is there anything else that you love to do besides football and that you do now?
Um, I mean, um, let's see. I like to stay active. do things that will, keep me in shape, keep me going. So most of the time, I'll hit up a couple of boys and we'll go, obviously not athletes, took all the rims off the course. But most of the time, just playing like pickup ball, basketball games, just friendly basketball games, just trying to stay active. I'm real big on, keeping yourself active and keeping yourself going, because the longer you sit around and, do nothing, it really doesn't benefit you. So I try to always stay, that's really one of my big hobbies in, the gym, stuff like that. I just like to keep work. I don't like to sit around nothing, and just kind of sit in the house kind of guy. I do play, a little bit of video here and there on my free time. Into stay outside or nothing's going on, I just sit in the house and play some video games, watching me and stuff like that. Um, that's really about it for me.
Okay, that's good. So, where do you see yourself next after you decide that football is done? As far as you playing, where do you see yourself right after that? What is going to occupy your time when the football is done?
Well, I'm actually reconsidering about enrolling back to school. I've been really interested and really eager to because right now I'm a phlebotomist. So I just want to further my education in the health field. I was thinking about maybe doing nursing school.
Oh, that is nice.
Yes, yes.
Yes. I love to see male nurses. I feel like sometimes male nurses are a little bit more patient than female nurses.
Oh
So,
yeah. Women tell me all the time. They're like, yeah, you're so patient and your attitude is so, they're like, I don't know how you do it because these people drive me crazy. And I'm like, you know.
so just my last thing for you tonight. What is it that you would like to add to this interview for anyone watching to know about Kieve Meluzzi?
People don't anybody watching, I'm a real laid back dude. I'm real cool, calm, and collective. Um, and I just want everybody to know that, I kind of have a chip on my shoulder this year. Coming in as a rookie and, having to make a name for myself. I just want everybody to know that I'm coming and I'm coming to give 110%. I'm willing to outwork anybody. I'm willing to do what I got to do to make sure that my name is solidified in this league. I want to leave this league with a name and I want people to know who I am. So I just want everybody to know that I'm coming and I'm coming to work hard and I'm coming to outwork whoever's in front of me. And, by the end of this year, I would like to have a big impact on this league, and I'm going to work hard towards doing that. So I just want everybody to know that number 53, he's coming, and he's coming hard.
Well, there you guys have it. Number 53, Kieve Meluzzi is definitely coming hard, so keep your eyes out for him. And I would like to thank you for taking the time out of your day to sit and do this interview with me. And this concludes another episode of Meet the Mustangs with Kieve Meluzzi, number
Yeah.
53.